Hello everyone, got the positivity cards out again. I hope everybody's feeling well today. I'm still feeling rough, but I'm okay. I'm doing okay. It's a bit chilly today in lovely England, cold and grey. We're supposed to be having snow at some point over the weekend and next week. Whether we get it in St Helens, I don't know. It's coming down from the north, so it's going to be cold, very cold. But yes, we shall see. Let's see if everything stops for snow. We could all do with a break, I suppose. But yeah, I'm going to shuffle these and see what comes out. See what we want to. I'll start again. I shall shuffle these and see what the universe wants us to concentrate on today. A little bit of positivity. I just want to say hello also to my new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I hope you find the content, or some of the content, appropriate for you. There's lots of different things. It's just me and my life, as well as my opinions. So yeah, I do metal detecting, I go out in nature, I go to festivals, I do all sorts when I get the chance. So yeah. And then I whinge on about narcissism and mental illness. So yeah, and also I've got the spiritual side of things. When I probably sound complete nuts when I talk about some of the things that I talk about. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it anyway, and thank you. So yeah, let's see what bit of positivity the universe would like us to concentrate on today. Well, it seems to be a running theme. Do more of what makes you feel happy. Or what makes you happy, not feel happy, but yeah, makes you happy. Definitely. You have to, especially when you've got mental health issues. Like I was talking in one of my videos about the happiness therapy. I had to inject happiness into my life every single day because my life had been so used to the negative. You know, the happy days were very few and far between. Yes, but you know, spread out. So I had to switch that round. My brain had got used to living in that state of mind. Always doom and gloom, seeing the negative in everything, seeing the negative in myself. So in survival mode, basically, with the stress hormones being triggered constantly in my head. So yeah, my brain wasn't working properly. It wasn't functioning. It wasn't allowed to. So I had to switch that around. And I had to do more of what made me feel happy. Every single day I had to get up. I had to make a schedule really, and try and stick to it the best I can, but it was all stuff that I enjoyed doing. So, you know, obviously there was the chores and things like that, but they would be put in between the happiness schedule. So, you know, I'd be in a good mood to start something and finish off with something that made me happy as well. So it was like a reward before you start, do your thing, then a reward after, and the brain goes, oh, I like this, might start doing this a bit more, you know, and it starts getting used to it, and it forgets the bad behaviour. It's really, really strange, but yeah, you do have to do more of what makes you happy, just in general, you know. We're forced to live in a world where it's all doom and gloom and stress, and you know, like there's no time to do anything, you know. We have to make the time. We have to stand back and go, no, sorry, but no, I'm having this time for myself. I need time away to make myself feel happy for a change, you know. And the only person that can do that is you. You can't ask somebody else to bring happiness into your life, because they'll bring their version of happiness, you know. As much as they love you or whatever and want to make you happy, it's still there, only that from their point of view of how they can make you happy. Only you know what makes you happy, so, you know, don't put all that on somebody else to make you feel happy. You know, it's not a continued thing, it's like a fix. It's like, oh yeah, I'll go around my mate's house and we'll do this, that and the other, and we'll feel happy for 10 minutes or an hour or a day or whatever, and then go back home and feel like shit. You know, you've got to live in your own skin, you've got to live in your own head. Make it a good place to live, you know. You have to put in the work. Very much so. Anyway, this one's going to be a short one. Yeah, because obviously we've been talking about this quite a lot. So yeah, I think the focus of this for the moment is just focus on your happiness. Whatever makes you happy, the little things, you know. The most uplifting music that you like, you know, get that on as much as you can during your day. Dance around to it as well, get the body moving. I actually did a bit on my VR yesterday. I've not been on it for a while. I've got the Meta Quest, or the Meta Quest 2, sorry. Yeah, and I was enjoying it a lot last year, especially before the festivals. Well, I only went to one, but yeah, before Creamfields last year. It keeps a daily count of everything that I've done, the time that I've been on it, the calories I've burnt and things like that, you know, little targets and stuff like that. And it's called Audio Trip that I've got. Is it Audio Trip? Yeah, I think it's called Audio Trip. And it's my sort of music, dancing away, you know, doing dance moves and stuff and hitting targets and stuff. But yeah, and I can speed it up as well, so I'm getting to the sort of the ravey stuff that I like doing, you know, the speed of that, and I'm doing quite well on the scores. I mean, where am I now? I think I've gone through all the beginners, like, so I'm on the end of those. The regular's a bit more intense, but yeah, I'm sort of like, I'm in the top 10 in the beginners lot in the world, and I'm quite chuffed with that, you know. So I mean, onwards and upwards. I'm sure if I kept up with it, I'd be getting my scores up a bit more. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, I got it onto it for the first time yesterday, and it was only for sort of like a couple of songs because I've not been out for a while, and yeah, I'm unfit for a minute, and my chest wasn't doing very well either. But yeah, just get that blood flowing. Even if you go and sit in the garden or by a window and look at the clouds, it's stopping your brain and stopping those stress hormones for a minute and getting your brain back to where it should be. And the more you train it, like your body, you know, the more training you give your body, the fitter you get. And it's the same with your brain. It needs to be trained how to think properly and how to work properly. And we're not actually given that information because people don't really know much about the brain. Yeah, the studies into the brain, it's very low, especially with mental health over in this country. You know, it's only just starting to be recognised as a proper thing. You know, that well-being, it does affect you in a big way. And they only started realising that through the pandemic, you know, COVID in 2020. All of a sudden, people that have not suffered with depression in their lives before are, you know, suffering with depression because they can't get out. I mean, that was my life for a long time. So it was normal, you know, self-isolation and being away from everybody. And then when you get that taken away from you, when, you know, you can go out whenever you want to, it's a big hit. But for us, sort of like introverts and with mental health issues, it was like our time. It was like, yay, welcome to our world, you know, have a piece of this. This is what we get to live in every single day. But we're used to it. So until actually people recognise that mental health is the foremost thing that affects people in all walks of life, until they start delving into the reasons why, you know, things aren't going to get fixed. But, you know, people like me and my subscribers that have gone through shit like this, we know exactly why we're like we are. But it's linked to a lot of things through society, you know, through family, through friends, through work experiences, through media, through everything, you know. It's all shoved in your face. So yeah, your brain adapts and evolves. Sometimes it adapts and evolves in the good way, and it should, the way it should do, because it's around in a nurturing environment where it's taught to be okay. Can you hear all those birds? I've got some rooks or ravens out there that are having a go with some magpies, I think. Do you mind? I'm making a video. But yeah, probably telling me to shut up because I'm waffling on. I did say this was going to be a short one. Yeah, bring that happiness into your life. Make space for it throughout your day, especially when you're feeling stressed. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, a little bit of happiness. It makes your day go a bit better, believe me. The more happiness you incorporate, the more this starts to work properly. It's, yeah, very much trying to think back on just how much my brain has been changed. It's strange because I can't go back to those thoughts and feelings anymore because my brain doesn't work like that anymore. Whereupon I was constantly living in that state of mind. It's just really, really strange to try and think back on how I felt and not getting all that emotion build up and all that panic and anxiety and well, you know what you feel like when you go through stuff and all your traumas and stuff. You know exactly how you feel. I don't have to explain it to you. It doesn't matter what you've been through. You know how you feel. When your head's spiraling out of control, and you're stuck in that spiral of worry and stress, and you know exactly how it feels. No matter what walk of life you've been through, so it really is difficult to think that you can actually move on from something like that in the first place. But your brain doesn't know any different, does it? So it's going to fight against you. It's going to say, oh no, this doesn't seem right. So yeah, I've thought for over 2 years now that I'm going completely nuts. But it's the most sane I've been in my life. But that's just because it feels weird. It just doesn't feel right. Because that's how my brain's been for so long. It's just been stuck in survival mode, not knowing how to function properly, not being allowed to function properly. But yeah, I'm glad that it's worked for me, and I'm glad that it's working for the people around me that I'm helping. And the more of us that actually put in the work and see the results, the more all this lack of knowledge about mental health and everything, it's going to get recognised, isn't it? And this is what I'm going towards. With going back to college and everything, going for the psychology and whatever it leads me on to, basically, there's so many different areas that I could go into. There's neuroscience and neurology. I'd love to do that side of things, because that is actually the structure of the brain, doing all the research on that. But there's the psychological thing, that interests me too. But it's getting it recognised, just what damage can be done so easily and is being done to people all across this world. It needs to be recognised more that how much toxic influences can wreck lives, basically. I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm a survivor that's gone down the road of suicide. The actions towards suicide, the suicidal thoughts, and because that's how I thought that I could just end it all and stop it. But there is another way. I am proof that there's another way. And suicide doesn't work. It just takes a life away that really shouldn't be taken away. And there is help out there for people that do feel like that. There's hope. I am that hope. Yo. If some people that have seen me go through so much shit could actually sit there and talk to you about what I've gone through, from their point of view, and how much I've survived, you'd be, yeah, you'd know that hope's there, and it can help, and you can get that help as well. Whatever works for you, because it is a personal thing, a very personal thing when it comes to healing. Whatever works for you, whatever makes you feel happy. Fuck everybody else, you know. As long as it's not causing any harm, loss, or distress to anyone, you know, go ahead, do what you need to do. Turn your music up, whatever decibel you want, as long as it's not disturbing like elderly or the sick. You know, in this country you have leeway. You can have your music up as loud as you want between a certain time, but obviously after that certain time you're causing a disturbance, so yeah, that stings. But yeah, you know, it's like, for me, I only need like a couple of tunes blasted. I mean, I do like it loud for a long time, but yeah, in my music, the louder the better. I need to feel it in my body to get a good effect. But yeah, whatever makes you feel happy, you know, even if it's going and jumping in the puddle with bare feet in front of everybody, who cares, you know? Go and have a mad one and make yourself happy, be like a kid, you know? What made you feel happy as a kid? Running down the street, skipping and things like that, you know, stupid things, but it's things that make you feel happy. Go for an ice cream in the park. Go feed the birds, go feed the squirrels. Go and get out in nature. And that's something I've got to do too. Get out in nature more. Especially with my cough and that, it would help. But I am a smoker, and it is my own fault. I shouldn't really smoke while I'm like this, but this is what addictions do. But this is another one that's going to be going, hopefully one day. Giving up the smoking. Yeah. Anyway, I shall stop waffling on, and I do appreciate all of your comments, your likes and your subscribes, and if you do know of anybody that might benefit from this channel, please feel free to share this channel, but please do it discreetly. I mean, don't go and just post my channel on somebody else's page, or, you know, because it can trigger sort of like panic attacks for people that are going through abuse, or it can be used as ammunition towards for narcissists to use to abuse the partners, or anybody really. So if you feel safe enough to share it on your own profile, on whatever platform you're on, please feel free. You know, we do need to get the word out, and we need to get people to understand that mental health can actually be cured, especially people that are stuck right now in that spiral, that dark place, and they think there's no way about, you know, getting out. There is. I am that proof. I am that proof. But you need to get out yourself. You know, nobody's going to do it for you. You have to put in the work yourself. So yeah, please, if you're going to share, do it discreetly. And if you don't feel like it's safe sharing on your own profiles and things like that, then don't worry, don't bother sharing, it's fine. Don't feel pressured into anything. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye bye.